All right, so the other day we covered the Thornton Township meeting, and as per usual, as per Tiffany Henyard ritual, it was a shit show. It was not good. Things were very bad.
We're trying to figure this out in the middle of the thing.
No, this ain't trying to figure this out. It's been figured out. It was.
Exactly, it should have been done before.
It was. And I just called you. Did you not have a conversation with Stan Brown?
I did.
Then didn't you not tell Stan Brown that you agree with this?
That's what I put on the table.
No. That's not what you told me.
There's other things going on. There's other things going on since then.
Did you not tell me you was okay with
things
this?
going on since then. You're the one that's holding this up.
How does this
You're
get
the
done?
one that's holding things up. They need to come to you.
Trustee, how do we get the grass cut?
We should have been discussing this
I just
in
need an
February.
answer. I just need an answer. How do we get the job done?
Grass has been getting cut.
How do we get it cut?
Now, I covered it yesterday, but I was going through the comments and I noticed a lot of you guys were saying that there was some intimidation happening with Christopher Gonzalez. Now, if you guys do not know who Christopher Gonzalez is, he is a trustee. He's actually been working at the township for many years. I believe he said he had been working there since like 21. That's a long time. That's like forever. That's like your whole work. Anyway, he's been there for a while. He even said he was there before the original mayor, before Henyard, who died. He was there before that mayor actually came into office. That being said, he's been here for a while. He gives an interview, and so, Henyard storms out, and afterwards he gives this interview. But if you notice throughout this interview, I don't want to say it's her goons, but it's a few disgruntled employees and just a few people in the background who get really loud while he's trying to give his interview, almost as if they're intentionally broadcasting their problems with not getting paid and why everybody's a piece of shit and why everything is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna run this clip real quick. And it's pretty interesting. Like, when you see this happening, all you could think is like, wow, she literally has employees, it seems, working against the trustees now. Anyways, run the clip. Let's get into this thing.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Can you come here and talk about these ordinances? You thought they'd be on the agenda tonight?
Yes. I'm sorry. Are you good there?
Yes.
Yeah, can we just do it all at once?
Damn, they got mad close to your boy. But remember, well, if you haven't seen the other video, they want to make these ordinances to put limits to the spending and force them to turn over certain documents every time they spend on certain things, and just overall make things more transparent. And it was supposed to be proposed by the board. And see, keep in mind, this seems to be a very non-confrontational way of doing things. Like, we want to just propose this. We want to get it passed on. Let's just all vote for it. And if we get it, we get it. She doesn't even want to put it on the fucking agenda because she knows it's going to pass. Like, why wouldn't it pass? All the trustees want that, except for a few personnel here and there. So I'm glad he's here now because he's going to explain it a bit further. Like, what exactly do they want to put in the ordinances?
Ones of these.
Oh, yeah.
Ones. Thank you.
Here, let me put this down real quick.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I met you before.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yes.
This is still on.
Correct.
Why are you so happy, Jess?
Sorry, got crowded, huh?
Are they in your shot? They could move.
Am I doing it?
Yeah, if I'm in your shot, let me know.
Yeah. No, oh, yeah. They
Do?
okay.
I don't know if he's serious or not. He laughs, and then I don't know about Gonzalez either. Shit, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I would not lie to you people, my brothers and sisters in Christ. I would not lie to you. He laughs and gets serious so fast.
So you sent an agenda earlier.
Oh, it was early in the week. I'll be honest, I don't remember exactly what they. Trustee Carlisle sent it out. We sent some. If I remember correctly, it was about 5 ordinances. Majority had to do with fiscal responsibility, trying to create a little more structure and a little more transparency. The other ones were to give some protection to the employees. It was in plenty of time to be put on the agenda. Obviously, you saw it was not on the agenda. So right now, you know, we're voting no because there's no transparency, there's no checks and balances, and that's what we're looking for. So it's not obviously that we don't want people to get paid. We want people to get paid, but we need to do it properly in the correct way, and that's not being done.
Who was Buddy in the background with the chain? What? Okay, all right.
Like they said, we got the bills on Sunday, which legally is correct, but at the same time, they're saying we didn't get our stuff in enough time when it was either Wednesday or Thursday. But, you know, so make it make sense. It's not, you know, so we weren't in enough time, supposedly, but Sunday's okay to do something. It doesn't make sense. And there's just holding hostage, using pawns the employees and the vendors, you know, which is the bottom line, and that's sad. That's just truly sad. It's, you know, just the lack of...
Dude, what is bro doing? He looks so like out of place there. It's like everybody got out of the shot except for him. Honestly, if this is intentional to try to intimidate him, it's very obvious what he's doing. I mean, I would have turned already. I know Gonzalez feels somebody looking at him. There is no way in hell you don't feel somebody looking at you. Now, I don't know if there's like a couple of people in the corner right now, and maybe it's just like a little side crowd watching. But if it's only this young man, then come on, bro. We know what you're doing. What are you going to do? Punch him on camera? Like, just fuck off.
Leadership. Like, we could have just...
I don't know. He might just be a concerned citizen, though, for all I know.
ended the conversation today if they would have just said, hey, come in on Monday morning, we'll have everything you want. We'd come and do that, we could schedule a meeting, and we just go forward from there. But obviously that wasn't the case. It's all this deflection and, you know, oh, there's this and there's that. No, like I said, we could have, Monday, Tuesday, we could just say, hey, come in, we'll go through all these bills, line by line, page by page. It's just not the case. It's not what they're looking to do.
So will you...
This one back here, I remember him. He came up a couple of meetings ago. So vendors aren't getting paid. And this man is clearly about his money, so he don't give a fuck about the town, nothing. He just want to get paid. Same thing again. I'm noticing he's in the back there bitching about money probably because they're not paying the vendors. Shit is crazy over here. Something's going to happen. If someone's not arrested, someone's going to have to be forcibly put aside to fix this thing. They can't just be left alone, man. Somebody's going to have to come in because this shit is going to fuck up the whole city for decades to come if they keep on playing like this.
Get those ordinances on, will you call it a special meeting of just the trustees to get those ordinances put in place?
You know, what the route would be, that would probably be the best thing because once we get that in place, we could, and then between that and getting a good look at the bills. Correct. Then we could have a meeting. There still may be some bills, especially initially in this first one, that we would take out. We would request to be taken out. But once again, we'd probably be right back into the same situation where, you know, they're not going to, they'd probably be too tight. But we have questions about
So you don't think you have a majority?
Right now, well, the way it was today, no, we did not, obviously. No, everything ended in too tight. So.
Have you spoken with Jerry Jones?
Recently I have not.
This guy has to be doing this annoying shit on purpose. You notice how loud he is? And he's right in the back shot of the camera. And he's saying, yeah, it's been 30 days. You know how long it's been? We need more. Bro, shut the fuck up, bro. I understand them, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know what his motive is. Wonder why she isn't doing glam lately? Because she's stressing the fuck out. I was noticing that too. I think she's just stressed out. Her mind isn't right to get all glammed up. She just needs to show up. What's up, Janice? She just needs to show up at this point. Her mind is fucked up. She's not even thinking about getting her nails did and her outfits together no more. Shit. She's trying to contain the bleed. She's trying to stop the bleeding, folks.
No, I had heard one of the other trustees had talked to him, and he had said he wasn't going to be in attendance. I don't know, you know, the exact reason. But,
Chris,
yes.
I personally am not here very often. And we walked in the middle of this meeting,
Yes.
So I'm still playing catch up a little bit. So my understanding is that you had asked for some information.
And some ordinances to be put on the agenda.
And it was supposed to happen within 48 hours, and it did technically happen, but did you not have time to review the stuff, or what exactly was the
Well, it's a
issue?
combination of things. Yeah, time to review it, and then also, like I said, wanting to have those ordinances in place and be ready to go forward. That would help with the bills, because a lot of it was about spending the ordinances. So
you wanted a better look at what was on the plans,
and to have the ordinances so there's a little more structure in place. So those are the reasons that we voted no. We voted no for the general fund and the general assistance bills.
So there are obviously people out there like this gentleman who may not be paid. And what do you have to say to those people?
Well, we could get something done if they're willing to cooperate. We could get it done. Today's Tuesday.
This guy, bro, this guy's a fucking clown. He knows what he's doing. This conversation is not that loud. This conversation does not need to be that loud. You know what I'm saying? You can take this conversation outside. The meeting's over. He's over here trying to be Mr. Riot, Mr. Show the man what's wrong in society. Like, it's so stupid. It's corny.
Yes, but then no. You know, they could get them. Well, either they have them or they don't.
This was the question you were trying to ask at the end of the
correct.
meeting.
You know, but it's just that constant shell game. It's, you know.
So it was the problem that they're...
Even the cop kind of walked up to him like, bro, shut the fuck up, please. You notice the cop kind of walked over there for the simple fact of, yo, noise pollution, my dog. You're fucking annoying. Go outside with that shit.
Some bills you don't want to pay that get mixed in with the general.
Yeah, right now we don't have a budget in place going forward. So I don't feel that we should be paying for things in the future going out, especially when it comes to things like entertainment things. Let's get our budget, common sense budget in place first. Then we could discuss those things. But right now, I mean, we don't have a problem obviously paying the light bill, you know, things like of that nature, insurance bills. But if there's zero cooperation, it just kind of, right now we're just at that crossroads because it's only going to get worse. You know.
The last time we were here, I know it was said tonight that, you know, Tiffany Henyard was saying when she took over there was a deficit, now there's a surplus. I believe she said of $6 million. The last time I was here, you hadn't really had a chance to look at any of the financials. Has any of that changed? Have you been given access to those at all, or no?
No. All I've seen was the budget that they would propose going forward. As far as like what we have and what we really don't have, no, I have not seen that. You know, on page, black and white. You know, here it is. I have not seen.
Do you think any of the other trustees have?
That I don't. I really don't know. You know, and then, you know, I've said it before. You know, we've got trustees voting yes for things, and it's like, so either you're saying something and I'm not, or if that's not the case, then you're voting on something you're not seeing either. Neither's right. So and that's kind of to the root of all our problems here. You know, it's just like I said, it's a shell game. It's like, you know, don't look at this, don't look at this. You know, we're going to talk about all this deflection. And that's just not the way to govern, you know. So
I'm good if you guys are good, because my hands are about to fall off the microphones. All right,
so
Chris.
according to the township structure, though, trustees could call their own meeting.
Yes.
The supervisor technically reports to the trustees, right?
Yes, correct.
So you could call a meeting, you could pass these ordinances if you had a majority.
Well, it depends who shows up.
Right.
If we call a meeting, but there's only two of us, then that's not a quorum, so we really can't get anything done. That's why I said we're kind of at that crossroads, unfortunately, where something's got to give. You know. Yeah.
And have all the trustees seen those ordinances that you're presenting? Has Supervisor Henyard?
It was sent out to.
So they know what's in there. Have they expressed any objections? I mean, it seems pretty.
I haven't heard any feedback. You know, other than Trustee Carlisle was the one that put them together. Well, I mean, with the help of attorney. You know, put them together. But I mean, I haven't heard any feedback from anyone else. Okay. You know, meaning the administration, any other trustees besides Trustee Carlisle. So, yeah, so like I said, those are the things we want them on. And I mean, it's not to say it might not even pass, but once again, let's put it to a vote. Right. You know, I mean, if you're going to vote against protecting your employees, your own very own employees, you know, once again, you hear all the talk, all the rhetoric about the employees are wonderful. Okay, well, let's protect them.
You may proceed.
That's basically what one of the ordinances is all about. So, whereas, you know, make it make sense, as they say. You know.
Can we publish those ordinances just for people to review?
There should have been something sent out today with an attachment.
Yeah.
It should have been. Okay, yeah. So
I can make that public. It's not approved, but it's available for viewing.
Okay, I'll check the website or something. Maybe we could check out a little ordinance if I could read through it and I don't shoot my brain off. Hey, Muffins Mimi, I appreciate that. 2-month member. Shout her out. It's a beautiful thing, man. Stop playing. Show some love. Show some hearts out there. Mimi, you the shit. Shout her out. Appreciate you. Check out the emojis, the extra content, all the beautiful extras. You know what I'm saying? You're officially locked in. You're officially locked into the AG Tactical Gang. Stop playing. All right. Well, that was Gonzalez. Will the ordinances be added? I highly doubt it. That's never gonna happen. That is what it is. They're just gonna keep arguing about. That's just one more thing that they can argue about at this point. The ordinance shit, where they add it to the agenda and they talk that's not gonna happen. She's gonna end up paying her fines or going to jail before any of that ever sees the light of day. As long as she's in power right now, this is a dictatorship. One more thing I wanted to point out. I'm starting to notice a little pattern between people who are kind of outspoken. So we have two different situations. She's supervisor and she's mayor. We have Kiana Belcher, who's always riding her ass. And we have, on the other side, in the township, we have Chris Gonzalez, who's always riding her ass. There's a culture around her system to where she'll isolate you from everybody else and keep you away. She'll try to demonize you as much as she can to separate you so then she could finally figure out what to do with you and just get rid of you for good. You see it happen with Kiana Belcher. That's the worst relationship she has by far in that entire area. And it's the same thing with Gonzalez. Check this little clip out that I found. And you're going to go ahead and understand what I'm talking about. This here is coming from the Lansing Journal. Listen to how they say they exclude Gonzalez from everything. And why would they do that? You know, like, what's the point? Unless you're trying to hide something, you know, like, why?
Your name has been excluded from township literature. Your name, as far as the Thornton Township website is concerned, you don't exist. So correct me if I'm wrong, but my interpretation is the Henyard administration seems to view you as an opponent. And I'm curious why did that happen and when did that start?
Well, first of all, the why, I mean, it's just the questioning. They just don't like that I'm asking questions. And once again, you've been at the meetings. I don't think I've ever asked anything that was out of bounds. As a matter of fact, I think I've went the other way and have tried to be super respectful and, just trying to keep a certain decorum. To me, I guess it just comes down to that just the plain fact that I've questioned things. And other than that, I really don't know, if there's any other reason, but that's the main one that I could think of.
And that's a unique role that you find yourself in then, as being usually the only person on the board who has any questions or is willing to make a critical remark or say, hey, I'm not sure that we should be doing this way. You end up being the only person who's making those kind of comments, which kind of puts you in a tough position because it all falls on you.
Yeah, because of that, I really can't, I don't want to say get anything done, but even when I question something, like you said, if there's a certain line item that say, hey, can we table this? Let's get some more information, and we could come back to it. Because you have to make a motion, you have to have a second for things like that.
Right.
Unfortunately, I don't have a second. So I've gotten a lot of feedback from residents just saying thank you, and
See, retaliation at its finest, guys. I mean, come on, isn't this what we don't tolerate in the workforce, right? Isn't this why we have HR? She's the queen of retaliation. She should have an R in her chest, a little badge with an R. Retaliator. That's what she does. She retaliates violently. Like they had the scarlet pin or whatever. Like if you're a slut or some shit, they put it on you so everybody knew. They need that for her. The retaliation pin. You see her and you know she's going to argue. You know you do something professionally with her, she's going to retaliate and do something unprofessional. But anyway, I just want to point that out. This is it's developing quickly, and there's a lot more that's going to come out. So stay tuned, stay locked in, subscribe, like, tell your friends, your nieces, your nephews, man. We're locked in, man. But until then, stay inside and stay safe, people. I love y'all. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow or later on today, depending on how I'm feeling with the content. But until then, folks, I'm out of here.